So give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said so. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, save facility, hating disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage is safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 Look, ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums. Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Seriously, you're looking for a Christ man, one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord, to do his will. I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play, cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on Congo.
American honor don't like no soldiers. For the spirit of the Lord, we don't like no soldiers.
Saint, black, Hispanic, native, they hate you as the same. Hate Christ in their image, hate you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soft niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell, toilet connected to the saint. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We live in bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gonna work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under YAHANNA, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ice ages. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. There's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose.
Aquí somos la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Hoy estamos aquí con el comandante general YAHANNA, I.S.U.P.K.
This is what Commander General YAHANNA. This is what he
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. That's right. That's right. You want to serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
Back roll.
Than the ice pick on you rappers' necks, and it's feeling like some vice grips. Yeah, that's light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Times of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see, most of them scared to witness. Go and close your eyes, cause one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences, 23 and 1 out. Praying that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain and riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury. I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. There's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on this war been my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in this war been my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Dasani. My wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. So I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed, y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. It can't, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on this war in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in this war in my whole life. My whole life.
Seriously, you're looking for a Christ man, the one who's knowing it with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord, to do his will. I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on Congo.
Amazing honor don't like no soldiers. In the spirit of the Lord, we don't like no soldiers.
Saint, black, Hispanic, native, they hate y'all as the same. Hate Christ and they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soft niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell, toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We live in bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gonna work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under YAHANNA, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from YAHANNA? That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priest bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game. Put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose.
Aquí somos la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Hoy estamos aquí. Lord Commander General Yahanna, I.S.U.P.K.
This is what Commander General Yahanna This is what he
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
That's right.
Still on? I could check these shit myself. God damn. Good. Yahweh Shem Shabra Katham, Yahweh Shem Alatan Basham Yahshai. The scripture breakdown, I.S.U.P.K, Washington, D.C. You know what I mean? We're going to get it in tonight. Leave the world behind, right? That's all over the media, all over every outlet. You know, Netflix trying hard to compete with Amazon. I see in that shit. Netflix advertising in the middle of the damn news program. You know what I mean? Of course, we're going to get any questions you have. You can start to line them up.
So I had a question on Monday, and I didn't have the full breakdown, so I just want to try and get the breakdown out.
All right, let's get it.
It was a question on Genesis chapter 2, 9 and 10. It was, in particular, it's who is it? Who is a tree and the rivers?
Okay, the rivers. Let's see. I think I have all them rivers written. If not, I might be able to grab it for you. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead with what you have. Salaki. This is on, right? The audio on this is good. Mic all the way up. All right, solid. All right, when you're ready.
This is Genesis chapter 2 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
And out of the ground made the Lord God to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight,
Mm-hmm.
and good for good, and good for food.
Mm-hmm.
The tree of life is also in the midst of the garden.
All right. So now, out of the ground, he allowed every tree to grow, which is good for food. Right. The tree of life is also in the middle of the garden. Now, what is he talking about here? Is he talking about the apple trees and orange trees that's good for food? All right. Why you say that?
Because I know a breakdown saying that when Eve ate of the tree of life, it wasn't a physical concept.
That's where you need to go with this. First off, the Bible is okay. This before we get to this part, This is for every, I would say, for everybody to understand. Give me just no, hold on. Is it Isaiah? Give me Isaiah 28 and 9. All right, let's start there. Isaiah 28 and 9.
This is Isaiah chapter 28, verse 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine?
Right. So this is a question. Who will get knowledge, and who will be made to understand doctrine? Who will understand what the Lord is really saying? Who will understand this Bible? Who will be made to understand knowledge? Go ahead.
Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
Right. Who will do it? Them who will understand, who will get wisdom, them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. What does that mean?
That means the people that have the basic understanding, the foundation of what the Bible is about.
No. Mm-mm. Read one more time.
Isaiah 28:9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
All right. What is that part talking about? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
Well, in the carnal sense, it means that, like this is really talking in the carnal sense. It's talking about babies who can now take on more solid foods. They're able to digest more solid foods.
So before, what kind of food they would digest?
It would just be milk.
All right. The babies would just be on milk, a milk diet. That's why they have to be weaned off the breast. Weaned is like gradually taking you off the breast, right? Now, you have to be that to get wisdom. Now break that down from that should help you out a little bit more. What is that saying? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. What is that saying?
That's saying they're getting a little more complex understanding.
Okay, who? Okay, describe the person that's weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
The priest.
No. A priest is a grown man who gives instructions.
A baby.
Okay, so what if now a baby ain't gonna have wisdom and understanding? A baby ain't gonna be able to read the Bible. So he's asking, who will be made to get wisdom? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. So
it will be people who are learning about the Bible.
And those people who are learning, how do they have to be?
Be like a child.
Be like a child. That's the point he's making here. You have to now be like a child, like a baby. How is a baby?
They believe everything you tell them.
A baby will not discriminate. Babies do. Let me rephrase that. For the most part, whatever you give that child, the child is going to eat. What you tell the child to wear, the child is going to wear. Where you tell the child to go, the child is going to go because it's a child. The child is going to receive things way more than an adult. An adult does not receive things well. An adult questions a whole lot and challenges a whole lot, and things have to make sense to an adult. To a child, it doesn't have to make sense. This is what it is. Now, you might hear that and be like, well, that's ridiculous. It's not ridiculous when you tell your child about Santa Claus. It's not ridiculous when you tell your child about the tooth fairy. It's not ridiculous when you tell your child that, you know, mommy's having another baby, the stork is bringing your little brother. That's not ridiculous. But when it comes to following this Bible and the actual wisdom in this Bible, then you say it's ridiculous. This goes in line with you must be born again. You must be born again. You starting fresh like a child. And it's making a comparison. It's making like a simile or metaphor. Forget which one it is. Where it's saying you're going to have to be like a child. I think that's a simile. You have to be like a child now. Where you're going to first start off with the milk. Easy to digest until you get strong. Until you get stronger. I believe even babies, when they're just born, they can't even drink water. They can't even drink water. I think the acid in the water is going to destroy the stomach. The milk is all they can eat. And that's going to help their body grow and become hardened to the world. A baby's body is very fragile. So as they grow, they're going to get hardened physically to the world. And then they're able to accept other things. The baby can't eat honey. Honey comes from a bee's ass. It's poisonous. You have to be at a certain age to start eating honey. So you know you're going to have to be that young, vulnerable, susceptible person, not tainted by the world. And I'm saying vulnerable and susceptible in the context of receiving knowledge, not in the context of being a victim. You get the point? In the context of receiving wisdom, right? You're going to have to be like that to understand this thing here. So now, no, keep reading in Isaiah.
Start from the beginning, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah 28:9. Whom shall he teach knowledge?
Right.
And whom shall he make to understand doctrine?
Mm-hmm.
Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Verse 10. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line,
Mm-hmm.
here a little and there a little.
Exactly. That's how wisdom is gained. You're going to be taught precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little bit and there a little bit. That's how wisdom is gained. Now, this is in Isaiah. Isaiah, raise the Bible up. Let me see. That's a little past middle or in the middle of the book. Now, imagine the instructions on how to read the book is in the middle of the book. That's not on page 1. This design is designed like that for a reason. Because the book is not for everybody. And this is our culture. Here a little and there a little. That's how we are. That's how, you know, you break things down. That's how we teach things. Sisters who learn to cook from your parents, they don't just give you a whole rundown of everything. You come in the kitchen and you learn a little bit by a little bit. What's the first thing you learn to do in the kitchen? If you remember. I'll help you out. Wash them dishes. That's the first thing you learn. But I want to cook. That's how you start. Clean up. Till today, you go to a professional kitchen. What's the first thing you do? Get them dishes, man. Then you graduate to washing the vegetables. Then you graduate to peeling it. Then you go back to washing the stuff the vegetables was in. You don't learn the secrets of this trade. Just come in here and learn, you know, how to make, you know, filet mignon. You got to learn to scrub first. You go on a boat. Them brothers who go serve in the military or work on a cruise ship, before you get up to get instructions from the boat captain or become, you know, a high-ranking sailor, what's the first thing you do? Swab the deck, paint, look for rust. That's how it is. There's always a system here a little and there a little, and that's how you get wisdom. That's how you get to learn. You get the point? Go ahead.
Verse 11.
Right. And,
Yeah,
and
character.
you have some chapter. And also, this is not Esau does not. The other nations don't understand this. They read our book front to back like a novel, like a bestseller. That's not how this is, right? This is, you know, and for you to get the wisdom, the most important thing here is somebody's going to have to teach you. Just like a child, somebody has to feed that child. You get the point? Go ahead.
Verse 11. For with stammering lips and another tongue, he will speak to his people.
Right? For with stammering lips and another tongue, he will speak to his people. What does that mean?
Is it saying he's going to talk to his people? Only his people's going to understand what he's saying.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Because we his people, and a Negro don't know nothing about the Bible. Go ahead.
Is it saying he's talking in code?
Nope.
I'm not going to guess.
No sweat. This here is, how are we learning the Bible today? It's lacking. Read the scripture again. Read the last part.
Isaiah 28 and verse 11. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to his people.
In what are we speaking in today to learn the Bible? English.
So like I said,
Go ahead, up.
yeah, I was going to say the same thing, sir. So like,
Yeah, we learn in English. We learn with another tongue, not Hebrew. You get the point? We learn with another tongue and not Hebrew. In the Apocrypha, I tell you, in the translation of Hebrew to English, some words and phrases have lost their force. That's the exact phrase it says in there. It has lost its force, meaning its full meaning. The full meaning when that would be conveyed by the Hebrew word. When you change it to English, you should just water down. It's not, you can't really verbalize or express that in the English language. You get the point? The Hebrew word is a little bit, it has more force. It has more, you fully understand now what he's saying, right? It's stammering lips and another tongue. Stammering lips, why? Because we have problems speaking English. We say finna, and people laugh at us. We say specific, talking about the ocean, right? Yeah, Benjamin, especially them Jamaicans, they don't say you don't have a birth certificate. You have a birth certificate, something like that. I can't remember. They don't say anything different. Jamaicans will say, use iron. Jamaicans will say hiron. Hiron. Where there's no H, they put an H. And where the hell there's an H, they drop it. They don't say heavy, it's heavy. Pass me the iron, it's heavy. That's a stammering tongue act. You understand? With a stammering tongue, and what strange one?
And another, with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to his people.
With stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to his people. Communicating this wisdom to us is a whole complex thing, and it's way more complex even now. So now and this is not for you, this is just in general. To sit and think you could just read the Bible and get the understanding, you lost in the source. You backwards. You way backwards in the whole thing. Keep reading. What verse you at?
Verse 12 now, sir.
Hold on. 28 and 12, right?
Sir.
Isaiah 28. Oh, you're going into 12 now. Go ahead. Hold on. Okay, so stop there. So not understanding that part. That's how you're going to have to be. This is how the Bible is written. Precept on precept, line upon line. I'm just setting it up before we go into the Genesis. But this is not just for you, for anybody listening online, right? Now go down to verse 13. Now people might ask, why is the Bible written like that? Why is it so complex? Why is it so hard to understand? Why it can't be simple for everybody to read and that's that and blah, 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 blah. The answer is obvious, but we're going to give them it's in the Bible, all right? Give me verse 13.
Verse 13. But the word of the Lord was unto them precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little.
Right, the word of the Lord was given to them like that. Why? Go ahead.
That they might go and fall backward and be broken and snared and taken. Verse 14.
Stop right there. Where you going? you say a whole word right there. Why is the Bible written? The Bible is written one way, and why is understanding the Bible precept on precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little? See, we can't go to 14, man. We gotta stay right here. Right? For all intents and purposes, 14 don't even matter for this in this context here. We staying right here. Leave 14 behind. That's the theme of the class. Leave everything behind. All right, go ahead.
So it's I see what it's saying.
You see what it's saying. Mm-hmm.
But am I understanding it correctly?
I wouldn't know if you understand it correctly. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't even begin to know if you understand it correctly. Go ahead.
Is this saying that
it's probably saying exactly what the hell you're going to say? Go ahead. And you just can't believe it because you like, who the hell would do that? Go ahead.
That it seems like we're going to just disregard it, what we learned, and then just fall back into it, and we have to go back and learn it again.
Okay, we can't disregard it because we don't even understand it. That's what it's saying right there. Read 13 one more time.
Verse 13. But the word of the Lord was unto them precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little, that they might go and fall backward and be broken and snared and taken.
Okay, so why is it like that? Zabadia say tree and tree. That's true. That's absolutely true, Zabadia. I feel like you're trying to say something about me, but that's all right, Ag. I'm right here. You can come all the way from me if you want to. That's true. I go say normal people. The tribe of Judah would say 3, right? How many dollars you need? I need 3. How many people are there over in that party today? There's 3 people there. A Benjamite from Trinidad would say tree, like the thing going outside. So there's 3 people standing under the tree. A Judah gonna be like, what the heck are you talking about? Me and so I don't understand that shit. There's no nigga, it's tree over there by the tree. So it's trees? Yes. You fucking talking about? You don't understand that shit? Hell. You can go back to school and learn if you don't understand it. Right? But go ahead, Bakwaj.
It's saying so that they is it saying that they won't forget it?
Anybody else? Says you want to try? Anybody online want to try? All right, let me help you out with this one. Hold on. Give me Matthew 3 and 7. Hold the way you are. Go ahead, sis.
I was just going to say, basically, for the ones that don't understand the precept, line upon line, it's not for them to get it. It's not for them to understand.
Why? It's right there in front of you. The problem is, we in the season of love. We in the season of the amity and the presence. Now, I'm just joking with you. But that's really the issue. We grow up with Christianity. So it's right there in front of our face. But our mind would not allow us to even believe God would say something like that. Go ahead, sis.
Oh, I was saying that they're going to steal it.
No.
Well, since you put it that way, it's saying
well, since I put it that way. You see how he is now? No, it's my fault. No, I write the Bible. Candles. No, he said since I put it that way, not the Lord. Me. God damn. I talk to these candles before they go. That's the only witness I have in this charge here. You're gonna charge me since I put it that way. Go ahead, Ag.
So the way I'm understanding it is that Most High doesn't want everybody to have it. So that's why he broke it down like that, just so it can be a puzzle for those who are show them. What is it? Show thyself worthy.
Don't even go that far. It's way simpler than showing yourself worthy and all of that.
He don't want everybody. He just
some people he wants to have it, and some he don't. And the ones he don't want to have it, what does he want to happen to them? It's right there. He looking at me like, nah, I'm not gonna say it. I think we're gonna lose a few viewers tonight and subscribers. You'll hurry up and get out. Leave the class behind. Go ahead.
So that they can fall backward and be broken. And snared and taken.
Why?
So they may go and fall backward and be broken and snared and taken.
So why he don't want it to understand? Why is there so many trees mentioned in Genesis and Eve eating from a tree and a talking snake? So that some people could believe a talking snake and get hurt because he wants you to get hurt. That's what I hope. You're quiet now. Good night. You had to relieve me from teaching and all. I don't deliver good news. You'll act like it's awake. Get quiet in here like the body come in the room, man. Because I'm looking at funny.
So like, yes, sir.
Go ahead, Ak. I hear you. Go ahead.
And the city gospel is good news. Then I say,
listen,
and you know, a lot of people say the gospel is good news. So that
that's what it's supposed to be. It was good news for who? That's what they got to ask yourself. It's good news for who? And let's go in the gospel now. Let's go. Give me Matthew 3 and 7.
This is Matthew chapter 3 and verse 7. But when he saw many of the Pharisees and Sadducees come to his baptism, he said unto them, O generation of vipers, who has
hold on. The Sadducees and Pharisees came to the baptism. Christ is like, you mother bleep. Bleep, bleep, bleep. That's what generation of vipers and a viper. Anytime you see in the Bible, you generation of vipers or you uncircumcised, in today's language, that would be mother effer, you F something, something, something. That's what that is. Go ahead.
It's like if a Christian say Jesus didn't curse.
Okay, Christians believe in a talking snake. Christians also believe Eve ate the apple and the apple stuck in Adam's throat. That's why it's called that's what they believe till this day. That's what they believe till this day. They believe Eve swallowed it whole and Adam tried to eat it and it stuck. And because of that, we all have an Adam's apple today. Well, damn, sis, now you're delivered. Now you're delivered. Give her a hand. Confession is good for the soul. You know what I mean? Now you're gonna get some wisdom tonight, and you know that Eve did not. That's bullshit. That's all that is. All right, go ahead.
O generation of vipers, who has warned you to flee from the wrath to come.
What's he saying? What's he saying about them?
I think I may be thinking too much into it. I think it might be the okie doke. I'm thinking one
Come on.
way and it might be another way.
Let me hear.
Is he being like sarcastic, like who told you about about y'all getting punished or something like that?
Well, he said, who warned you to flee from the wrath to come? Okay, this is the baptism with John. You might want to get it to line these more up, right? Do you all refresh them or you just let them burn out?
I just let them burn out. I don't know. This one went faster.
Well, it's something called commerce. It's something called commerce. I saw the video of it the other day. I forget the name of the damn phenomenon. About making things to break.
Concert.
Yeah, and because if this candle lasts long, you only need to buy one pack. but Esau need a yacht, and he need to bathe in champagne. So these is 5-second candles you brought here. They make candles that you could blow it and it don't go out. So why are you marveling that this one goes down faster? Just keep this lit for me, please. That's all. Just make sure as soon as it get low, just get new ones and stick them right on top. And the last one, light back over, and then stick that right on top too. You know what I mean? So what is he saying here? Really, okay, I'm gonna just give it to you for time's sake, right? This is John. This is when John baptizing everybody. I believe this is John, right? And this is when Christ came up. No, hold on. This is John, right? This is John talking. And John, Salaki, this is John who cursing them out. This is John talking. And what is John doing? What is baptism symbolic of? What does it mean for us at this time before Christ come on the scene? Go ahead.
It's symbolizing like you becoming new or renewing yourself.
Exactly. Like you asking for forgiveness for sins. So he's cursing them out like, what are you doing here trying to get clean? Who warned you of the judgment that is to come? Because you're supposed to not get baptized. The Lord don't want you to get baptized. This is John the Baptist. You know what I mean? It's like a nigga who, if you want, I could do it for you now. I could do it right. Oh, you want to do it? Yeah. All right, go ahead. Imagine a nigga who's a mechanic. He fixes cars. You bring a car to him to get it fixed. He's like, who told you I was a mechanic? Who warned you that your brakes was going to give away? What is that mechanic trying to tell you? He wants you dead. Now you ain't got to. It should go out, or you could just do whatever. Just touch it. Just out it with the other one. Right? That mechanic wants you dead, Ark. He doesn't want you alive. You get the point? He doesn't want you alive at all. He wants you dead. You understand? So he's like, who are you that's now gonna, come here and get this car fixed? You ain't supposed to get no car fixed, Negro. You're supposed to stay driving that thing on them bad brakes and slide off to 295 and just end up in the bushes. And that's what's supposed to happen to you. I don't know who warned you, but you wasn't supposed to be in it. And that's what he's saying to them. Go ahead, sis.
Did the Pharisees and Sadducees, do they believe that Christ was coming forth?
Okay, there's a prophecy. There's a prophecy of Christ coming, but they was expecting Solomon to come back. They did not believe in reincarnation. And the ones that did believe in reincarnation didn't believe in it the way how it was taught. They believed in other things, but they was looking for Solomon to come back because it said the seed of David. They're not looking for, Joseph's son. So they coming down there to this baptism. I can't say they actually go in there to get baptized, but it's like a preacher showing up at camp. He gets no respect. The minute he show up, is like, what you doing here? You want to do what you trying to get taught? Nah, there's judgment coming for you. It's TD Jakes walks in the room. Ain't nobody trying to break down nothing. You trying to ask him every question as to that bullshit he believe. You get the point? You might as well just out this one on. And then you stick still lucky. All right. I see that's some work. You can leave the box here and I can do the rest for you. It's gonna go down in about 20 minutes? You could time it. What time is it now? 8:02? Again, 8:12. What do you think? 8:12? Let's see. I say 8:12. Are you a wagering man? Let's say 8:12. All right. You can just for on the YouTube, right? All right. YouTube. They're going to Chicago now. If you want to continue, just come to the DC page. The Facebook still remains, I believe, right? The Bible is written in a way. The point is, the Bible is written in a way that you have to get taught the Bible. And you're going to get taught by a man of the Lord, a man who understands the Bible, a man who was once weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast, a man who learned here a little and there a little, and he's going to teach you the same way. here a little and there a little. That's how you're going to actually get wisdom, and you're going to have to be a babe again. You're going to have to be that young spirit again, or else, you cannot learn this thing. This thing is, you're going to challenge everything. It has to make sense to you. Your science is going to take over your mind, or your lust is going to take over your mind, or both. But you ain't going to be able to really learn this. What's up?
No, it was somebody who hadn't been in the class for a while came back into class. I was surprised he actually said something.
I mean, welcome them back,
He came out.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Damn. Well, more power to him. You know what I mean? It's a good year. So that's it, right? Some people is not supposed to understand it. Now let's go back to Genesis.
This is Genesis chapter 2, verse 9. And out of the ground made the Lord God to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. The tree of life also is in the midst of the garden.
Right. So now every tree to grow out of the ground that's good for food, and also the tree of life that's present in the garden. Now, of course, reading this as is, you're going to think there's actual tree, a big old, the trunk and the roots and the branches going out and leaves and fruits, right? And also some sort of fruit hanging. That's what you're going to think is really going on, right? And they said in the middle of the garden is the tree of good and evil? No, life. Let me catch up with you. Go ahead.
The tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Verse 10. And a river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from thence it was parted and became into 4 heads.
All right. We passed it where your question was?
It was verse 9 and 10. It was the tree of life, or every tree. Who were the trees? And then the 4 heads. What was that about?
I got you. We have again Genesis what?
2 and 9 and 10.
Okay, hold on.
The river is in 10, and the tree, every tree is in 9. Sorry.
No sweat. Okay, so these trees, Revelations 2 and 9. Right, out of the ground, read it again, verse 9.
Verse 9. And out of the ground made the Lord God to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. The tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil.
So now these trees are not the trees that you pick fruit from. These trees represent different nations. All right, I'm gonna give you the breakdown, then I'm gonna give you the precepts for it. That's why when you go ancestry.com, it's to trace your family tree. All right, it's foreign to us now because we've been cut off from our people. You're lucky if you know your grandfather. You know what I mean? You're lucky if you know him, and most of us only know you have one. You don't even know what the hell he looked like. And to take it further back, it's even worse. When, these other nations, they got, pictures and drawings and all kind of stuff of their family tree. And they know who is who and what is what and everything like that. These trees are different nations that were in the garden, because the garden is huge. The garden is not that place right now that they're battling over on Gaza Strip and the Golan Heights and what's the other place? Get the other place. Right, with Israel and Palestine. That's not it. On the West Bank, that's the other place I'm talking about. That's very small, right? The Garden of Eden goes down it starts on the northeast coast of Africa, where just a little piece right there. I believe that's the Nile. I think that's the Nile down there, and just take the Nile kind of running. Let's say this the eastern top of Africa. The Nile is right here, and everything's sliding up. Just slide it up like that, almost like one of them twisted mathematical what's called them thing? A parallelogram or something like just take a shape like a twisted square almost from that lower border. So it's everything from there going up to Turkey, parts of that lower Russian region, all the way east as what's east over there? That's what, Iraq, Iran. All that is where the Garden of Eden was, right? That's why even till this day, that's called the Fertile Crescent, right? That's where, they're enjoying what today? Oil. It's just ridiculous. That's the whole Garden of Eden. And in there was different nations. There was different people. Adam was separated from those people and given the law. You understand? He was separated from those people who existed there. That's another thing. Adam was not the first man. I'm not saying it for you, just in general. And he was separated and given the law. So now he's telling this. Eve is already here, or she ain't show up yet? No, Eve ain't show up yet. It's when life was simple. So like, nah, I'm lying. I'm lying, Salaki. I'm lying. I don't want to get that text from General Q. We need you in a council right now. General Q sent a bulletin. Shalom. Below is the link, blah, blah, blah. We need you in this council right now. Right? So Eve is not here yet. He's really telling Adam what's going on, right? I believe that's what it is. Right? Eve is not there. Eve is where? Let me let me question this question. Where's Eve right now?
Still with the other people.
Eve is somewhere in those trees.
Right.
I don't know which tree, but she's somewhere on them trees. She's somewhere part of them trees, a branch of the tree, fruit of the tree. Who the hell cares?
Right.
She's one of them trees. That's the backdrop of what's going on here. And the Lord is telling Adam, in essence, there's many trees in this garden, right? Which is good. What's it?
That is pleasant in the sight.
Mm-hmm.
And good for food.
Mm-hmm. And pleasant in the sight and good for food. Meaning there's certain things you could take from and you could live by and move by. And then there's what?
It's like it. The tree of life also in the midst of the garden,
mm-hmm.
and the tree of knowledge of good and evil.
Right. And then there's the tree of life, which is what he really wants us to subscribe to. Right. Then the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, right? These trees represent different philosophies, right? And so like the leaves on these trees represent the philosophies, the beliefs. Today you would call them religions, but the trees there is the different nations and different little cultures that's around. Right. All right, you get it? All right, let's get the other part. Hold on. Yeah, go Slacky.
Verse 10. And a river went out of Eden to water the garden.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where I had this damn garden, this river notes written down now. I remember writing this thing down, brother, and I can't remember where. Go ahead.
And from thence it was parted and became into four heads.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, is four heads the four
four horsemen of the apocalypse?
No,
yeah. Go ahead.
Is that referring to the four rivers that encompass?
Yeah, basically, like it's like four heads, like it's split. You get the point? Like it's split. All right, go ahead.
That was it on the. But you want me to continue?
No, you good on that? Right. And that's why I say the name of the first is Pison. It gives you the name of these rivers. Now I had it written down here today. Not here today, but I had it written down. It's somewhere in my notes of the modern names of these. I believe the only one is the Euphrates. I think the Euphrates is solid. One of these is the Nile.
I think go ahead. Jihan, I'm sorry, it's like it. Verse 13.
Go. I don't get me lying now. Silaki. It could be that. But I know I wrote it down somewhere. I didn't write it in here. I have it either in this notebook. I'm gonna try to find it before the class is over. All right. I'm sending a text to a couple brothers just to see if they have their list at hand. All right. But that's the 4 heads coming out of the garden. All right. That's the 4 heads that would come out of the garden.
There's there's 2 questions related to this topic right here.
Let me hear you.
The one of them is from a Joe D. Says, but why didn't God just give everyone the law?
That's a hold on. see, hold on. See, I need need a filter, boy. You see, you start your question wrong. I need Charleston White in class. So he can say. You start your question wrong. But why didn't God? Anyway, go ahead, read it.
Joe D says, but why didn't God just give everyone the law? How can the devil or a white man or whatever know he's evil if God never spoke to him and told him?
Your mommy must be white. Your mommy or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, I don't know, is Jody's a man or a woman?
I don't know, so it's like
the person who asked that question, is it Jody or Jodine?
Joe D.
Joe, like J-O-E and D. Jody, right? Are you a man or a woman? And if you are, I need to know if your mother is white or if your girlfriend or your boyfriend is white. Right? Because I kind of need to understand why you asked that question.
And then the second question related to this from young man Jahim says, Shalom, can I get a breakdown of Genesis 2 and 9 and the precept that go with it, Revelations 22, 1 and 2. How is the tree of life in the air?
I got you. No sweat. So that's what we just read in Genesis 9, right? Genesis 2 and 9. Now let's get the one he pulled in Revelation.
Revelation 22, 1 and 2.
Revelation chapter 22, verse 1. And he showed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of God and of the Lamb, in the midst of the street of it. And on either side of the river was there the tree of life, which bare 12 manner of fruits, and yielded her fruit every month. And the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations.
So this here is your tree of life. What this would be your constellations, right? That's what it would be. From the Lord's throne, you have that almost like how, when you go down to the National Monument, that vision pool, just think like something like that is coming out from where his throne is. But this thing is like diamonds. It's a glass. It's a hard glass. I think it's in, you read Revelation 6, it gives you a full breakdown of, the type of crystal it was. It said it was I forget what type of crystal. It says something like a vicious crystal or something. Like how we talk. Like you had a bad jacket. I mean, that shit is beast. Right. It says some kind of crystal to talk about that was in front of his throne. And on either side is the tree of life. And these are the constellations. This is what, when we look up, we see in it. And of course, he is there and is giving you the vision of him being above us. Right. On either side, don't think a tree like a tree, but just think like the constellations and the branches. That's what the colloquial talk or the slang language would be, how they would describe it. Like that type, like this tree, and you eat of this fruit. It's not saying physically eating it, but understanding this thing and starting to live by it. You understand? Like you digesting what this tree is, and this tree this and tree that. Read it again.
And he showed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of God and of the Lamb. In the midst of the street of it, and on either side of the river, was there the tree of life, which bare 12 manner of fruits, and yielded her fruit every month. And the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations.
Right. This tree had 12 manner of fruit, one for each of the 12 tribes, and yielded her fruit. It's lucky. And yielded her fruit every month. What's that talking about? No, but I see why you say that. But no, more so, what happens every month? You have that moon, and you have different constellations in the sky, right? It yields that fruit every month, and this is where we get your holy days. You get the point? This is where you get the dates for your holy days and stuff like that. It comes from, you good? It's lucky. It comes from that. The holy days are based on the moons, different parts, different I don't want to say cycle, but different life stages of the moon. New moon, half moon, quarter moon, full moon. You get the point? It's based on that. And it's for the healing of the nation, because this is how we live. This is how we come out of America. This is how we leave the world behind, not by watching some damn movie. You get the point? This is really what it's talking about here. The leaves are the constellations. You get the point? The leaves are the constellations, but the constellations of the tree of life. In Genesis, after Adam and Eve sinned against the Lord, they took leaves from another tree, or took read and digested constellations from another nation who the Lord did not really approve of. And they covered with them leaves, meaning they took on that philosophy. And they try to make themselves clean from the shame with that philosophy, instead of going to what the Lord is approving, what he said to do, how he said to do it. Right? So I hope the brother understand that. I know it could be a little tricky to understand. But the leaves here, the leaves and the fruit of the trees is the constellation. That's what you want to think. The constellation. Think the tree is the people or nation of the Lord. In this case, the tree would be Israel. Don't think Israel is in the garden. Just think this is the beginning of who he's going to build his people from this, right? From that particular tree, from that particular family. And that family is going to have a culture and customs and ways, and that's going to be your constellations and your leaves and your fruits and everything like that. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. Please.
What's the precept that shows this is how the Lord gave Adam the law? What?
With the leaves. I believe it's with the leaves.
I was trying to find it. I couldn't find it.
Okay. Is this exact one here where he says, read 2 and 9, where you was at? No, Genesis. Where you was at?
Genesis 2, 9, and 10.
2 and 9? I think it's 2 and 9 is what you really want. Maybe even 8. Go ahead.
Start from 8, sir.
Let me hear.
God, it's Genesis chapter 2, verse 8. And the Lord God planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed. Verse 9. And out of the ground made the Lord God to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. The tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil.
Right, that part there where he says good for food. Okay. Like he's telling Adam, this one you could eat from, this one you could eat from. This is the tree of life. You want to live here, eat from this one. Right. This is the knowledge of good and evil. You ain't want to mess with that. Okay. You know you're gonna learn something today. Right? That's there. Okay. That's that part. But you would need the breakdown for it. Right. But of course, you're gonna have people like Jody asking why he didn't just make it simple for you. You came to class late too, Jody. You ought to understand why it ain't so simple. Maybe the Lord wants you to get jammed to hell up. Did he reply? Come on with it. Or she. He or she, Salakia. Forgive my pronouns. Go ahead.
He says, I'm asking because I'm a white man and I'm salty. I'm the devil. Laugh out loud.
Well, Jody, what's the problem, man? Listen, I was giving Jody benefit of the doubt that he wasn't a devil, but I knew somebody he loved was a devil. You know what I mean? Okay, Jody, listen. Since you being real with me, I'm gonna be real with you. All right. This is not my words. This is the Bible. Because Bakwash already tried to charge me. Bakwash should have win the bet. It's 823. Give me Romans 9. Give me Romans 9. Give me Romans 9 and 13. And let's just read it nice and slow for Jody, all right?
Come on, sir. Romans chapter 9, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Right? That's the Lord saying it there, Jody. The Lord said he loved Jacob, but he hated Esau, right? And Esau or Edom or the Edomites, they are the tree or the family tree or the nation that the Caucasians come from.
Right.
And the Lord doesn't like you, Jody. The Lord, he has a strong dislike for you. There's a word for it, it's called hate.
Right.
That's what the Lord said. That's in the Bible. That's not my words. Mm-hmm. Right? It's written. Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. So now the Lord's laws is what makes you righteous.
Right.
If he loved Esau, if he loved Jacob, he wants Jacob to be righteous.
Right.
You ask why he didn't give you the law? Because he loved Jacob. But Esau
have I hated.
Have I hated. That's why he ain't getting the law.
Right.
Jody, any reply, Jody? Jody, tell me what city you in. What city and state you in? You might be one of them state senators and them lawmakers. I would definitely like to talk to you, Jody. Anything yet?
Sir.
Any other questions?
Okay.
Go ahead. Let me know when Jody reply, all right?
Okay, sir. I.S.U.P.K. Buffalo, New York says, Salaki, sir. Can I get a breakdown? Can I get a general breakdown on Matthew chapter 24, verse 6? All
right, hold that Romans, all right, when Jody come back. Don't lose that Romans. Jody, you need Jody to come on back with that. Matthew what?
Matthew 24, verse 6.
24 and 6. Okay, let me hear it.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Okay. He wanted a breakdown on it.
Okay.
Okay, this is good. This is also right on topic too. The Lord is saying, this is his answer. This is Christ talking here. This is his answer when his disciples asked him, what will be the signs of his coming and the signs of the times? And how will we know? He said, you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. You understand? That's what we're hearing about now. Zelensky in D.C. right now. Well, I don't know if he's gone yet. But that nigga was here last night begging again. Begging again. I drove through D.C. last night, brother. I see about 7 black Suburbans, brother. And the cops is all around. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? But 5 minutes later, I hear on the radio, Zelensky is begging one last time. Zelensky is back begging again. He begging for money because Russia is putting the brutality on him. And you hearing about all these wars and rumors of wars, but the end is not yet. Meaning what? What does that mean when you say the end is not yet? What's the spirit behind that? Anybody? Go ahead.
Meaning endure, keep enduring, keep doing the work. It's not over yet. It's going to get worse.
Yes, you should be enduring regardless.
God, sir.
Should be enduring regardless. Good time, bad time, shit don't matter.
God.
But it's going to get worse. The end is not yet.
Right.
Hold on. You stay tuned, man.
Right.
I'm just beginning. Mm-hmm. The end is not yet. Don't now, see that and be like, whoa, that's it. Any minute now, we done. No, nigga, this shit game, he just starting to cook. Let that man cook. He just started. The end is not yet. You understand? Come on, Jody, come on. Say, Jody, come on. Come on, Jody. Come on, Jody. Jody don't want no smoke tonight, boy. Right? The end is not yet. Which is why that movie, Leave the World Behind, is such a stupid movie. Yeah, I tried to watch it. Many of you probably think because of the title I actually watched the damn movie. I couldn't watch it. I absolutely tried. Believe you me, I tried my hardest. I could not watch it. I couldn't. I think they stacked the thing with actors in the middle of the strike, so them actors was taking whatever they could get, and that was that.
Yeah.
That movie is hot shit. Excuse my language. Hot smoking. You know, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. I think it was somebody's attempt to be deep. Just I rarely regret spending time on something, and that movie hurt me out. That movie did something to me, and I really wish, you know, I did something different. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
So like I said, it's funny you said that because okay, me and Wadi watched it, and I literally said the same thing. I was like, Wadi was falling asleep during the joke. He was like, man, it's trash.
It's horrible.
And I was like, brother, you know, I don't know about it, but I seen a couple brothers that, you know,
post about it. Yeah, it's all over the media.
And so I was like, let's get a chance. We watched the things all the way to the end. I was so mad. I typed it in on Google. I said, "No, it got to be an extra part for this." You know, this.
Yeah, y'all get the bootleg copy.
Yeah, right. So like you said, I was like, I'm not even watching. Like I went on the Netflix. I hit the thumbs down on Netflix. I went and left a review on Google. I was like, this is
brother,
trash.
you read any review on Google, they're saying the movie is great.
Exactly.
There's the one reviewer said the actors make up for any shortcomings in the plot. Any shortcomings? Nigga, nobody could tell nobody this was a horrible idea.
Yeah.
But then some people are raving the movie up because they don't read the Bible. Like to you, that movie is so heavy because you left the Bible. You say leave the world behind. You late, nigga. We done did that shit. You know, you watching the oil tanker. What the hell does he mean on the oil tanker? What's the point of it? I don't understand it.
It's irrelevant.
All the Tesla cars crashing and talking about hacking and saying, well, that could happen any day. Newsflash, nigga, it's happening now. That shit is happening right now. Pull up just Google Ukraine. Google right now Ukraine power outage and cell phone outage on Monday. And tell me what you find.
It says Ukraine's top mobile internet company is down. Blames Russian cyber attack. The CEO of Ukraine's largest telecommunications company said Tuesday that a Russian cyber attack took down its service, severing internet access for millions across the country. Service at the company Kyivstar collapsed Tuesday, a company that monitors global internet outages. Both phone and internet access are down, Kyivstar said on its Facebook page.
Brother, they're saying the Russians sent some bots and malware in there and killed the internet out. That's why Zelensky was in DC last night begging, brother. I believe there's a massive power outage there too, either yesterday or the day before, where it was just in darkness and they have no internet. They have no internet, they're in darkness, he's cutting them off. Putin is putting hell on Russia, on Ukraine. He's not letting them live. You have some that? Hello? You have some that?
Yeah, I got something right here, sir. It says, while Russia has relied more on conventional artillery bombardment to disrupt Ukraine's infrastructure since the war started, its hackers have caused significant damage. Last month, Ukrainian officials admitted for the first time that an alleged cyber attack caused a power outage in the country.
Brother, you worried about Leave the World Behind movie. I'm not worried about the Bible. That's why you're so impressed. You're so impressed because, you know, you ain't what you think the Bible is fairy tale and we just a bunch of crazy niggas on the corner. But a deer showing up in a nigga yard is wow. A day on the front of the Statue of Liberty. Oh my God, it could happen today. Them Tesla cars been hitting people, nigga. Where the hell were you? That's amazing to you? Brother, Russia, it has been launching rockets at Ukraine forever. They've been doing cyber attacks for about the last 5 years, bro. I mean, ridiculous upscale cyber attacks. They have a report saying that anytime you hear about hacking with cryptocurrency, it's North Korea. Because the cryptocurrency was originally supposed to be the new currency for the oil. But because that whole thing come and get messed up, North Korea is stealing crypto to buy missiles. I'm telling, get me to you straight. The whole hack game right now with the internet and the cyber thing and the security, that's the new war. The war is on the internet. The war is literally on the goddamn internet, dog. It's right there. But leave the world behind. Leave the world behind to leave the cell phones, the Teslas crashing, the oil tanker coming up. You trying to be deep, nigga. You're not. The movie is shit. Excuse me. It's absolute trash. Go ahead, Ark.
Concepts like it. During my time in Esau's military, I know that they put a whole lot of effort and resources to combat North Korea and China's cyber attacks. Whole swaths of resources just to combat what they're doing currently, and that was many moons ago.
Listen, brother, it's been in the works for a minute, and they of course downplaying the whole thing because apparently Russia and China and North Korea is jamming everybody up. And they say with the advent of AI, now it's harder to tell the bots because before you could look at and see the spelling errors and the email is written all messed up. Now you think your granny writing it. It's bad as hell. But yet still you have faith in some movie. Now the movie renew faith in you. The movie make you think about the end times. You're a little bit late, Negro. You're a little bit late. Like the ball is already rolling. You ain't got to worry about no leave the world behind, brother. You done left the Bible behind. You done left the Lord behind. You left Christ behind. Worse than that, you left your nation behind. Because the movie is named Leave the World Behind. Which world? Which world we talking about? Because as far as I'm concerned, y'all done left Black and Hispanic people behind since the 1600s. Since the 1700s. Go ahead.
Jody responded with the scripture.
Come on, Jody. So Mike type of devil. You like to fight. I like that. Or think you have a fighting point. Like that, Jody.
Okay, so he said it's scriptures Deuteronomy 23:7. Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite, for he is thy brother. Thou shalt not abhor an Egyptian, because thou was a stranger in his land.
Well, Jody, okay, you don't understand that scripture, number one. Number two, read Revelations 9 and 13 again.
Revelations.
So I mean Romans?
I mean Romans 9 and 13. Say that here, brother.
Romans chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Right? That's what God said. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm actually obeying God's laws. I don't hate near nobody.
Right.
I got, see, look at his face. This is a face of love. Look at his face, man. This is love, man. Not brother love.
Right.
Love. But God hates you. I do not abhor an Edomite.
Right.
I don't abhor an Egyptian. But the Lord hates you. Right? Keep reading.
Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God?
So what are we going to say now, Jody? That God is not righteous because he loves Jacob and hates Esau? Is there unrighteousness with God? Is God evil and wicked? Is that precept you pulled? Are you pulling that for the Lord to say he should not abhor an Edomite? Is there unrighteousness with God? Go ahead.
God forbid.
Hell no.
Right.
God forbid. There is no unrighteousness with God. Go ahead. Hold on. Come on, Bukwas.
He responded, he says, we ain't talking about God. We're talking about what God commanded you in this verse.
Well, I don't hate you, Jody. Jody, we could be friends. You want to be friends, Jody? If you want to be friends, Jody, let's say you want to be friends.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, ain't no sweat. Some of my friends kiss my boots, though.
Right.
That's the type of friend I want you to be. I want you to be that type of friend. But keep reading. Say that what he said again. Read what he said again.
He says, we ain't talking about God. We're talking about what God commanded you in this verse.
Okay, first off, Jody, you're not black, right? We ain't talking about God. I'm talking about God.
Right.
I don't know what you're talking about. So we're going to continue reading. Is there unrighteousness with God? Answer that for me, Jody, since you we ain't and we isn't. I need you to finna answer this. Is there unrighteousness with God because God said, Jacob I love and Esau I've hated? And Jody, you're a little bit hypocritical because you asked the question, why didn't God give everybody the law? So how are you going to come now and say we ain't talking about God? Y'all think because it's night, I'm asleep, I'm tired. I ain't tired, and I ain't forgetting, Jody. You started talking about God, and I'm continuing the conversation. Right? Go ahead.
If I could, we have the call-in number that's flashing.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, call in, Jody, my friend. I'm such a friend to you, I'm giving you a number to call, Jody. You can call that number on the screen. No, now I hope you ain't no Russian hacker, though. Right? Go ahead and call that number up. And let's get you. Let me see if I could try to make these last longer. But I say these don't last long. Ah, boy, it's hot. Hot on a mug. Yeah, go ahead and read up. Yeah.
Oh, slide, sir. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
Mm-hmm.
And I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
Is there unrighteousness with God? Could Jody answer that question? Is there unrighteousness with God, Jody? Because the Bible said, I will have mercy on who I will have mercy.
Right.
And I will have compassion on who I want to have compassion on.
Right.
Go ahead.
He responded, he says, I'm saying we ain't talking about what God feels about Esau. I'm saying how he told y'all to treat Esau.
So how are we treating you, Jody? Jody, you being a devil now, no?
Yeah.
And you're wasting my time. Read that again. Is there righteousness with God?
What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God?
Mm-hmm.
God forbid.
God forbid, meaning hell no, there's no unrighteousness with God. Right? So you could try to avoid the whole question of, who God loves and who God hates.
Right.
But the fact is, there is no unrighteousness with God.
Right.
Go ahead.
For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
For he said to Moses, I'm going to love who the hell I want to love. I'll have mercy on who I want to have mercy on. Right. Go ahead.
And I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
And I will have compassion on who I want to have compassion on.
Right.
That's what he's saying.
Right.
Go ahead.
So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy.
Right. So then, with that said, it's not of him that willeth, or of him that runneth,
right,
but is of the Lord that showeth mercy. The Lord decides who he loves and who he does not love. The Lord decides that thing.
Right.
Not you, Jody. You understand? You could think it's unfair. But where were you when we were being hunted and killed by your people,
right,
and taken advantage of by your people?
Right.
Where was all your arguments? Where was we ain't talking about this and we ain't talking about that? But now it come to find out now the children of Israel now finding out who they belong to. God damn, this is out?
I just used the other camera last night.
Man, y'all niggas just burning up all the damn oil and gas, man. Go ahead.
So like, so Jody came back. He says, okay, so break down the verse. What does Deuteronomy 23:7 mean?
It mean you're the devil. That's what it mean.
Right.
It mean you're the devil, and it's telling me don't hate the devil.
Right.
Don't, and hate means don't do him any harm. That's what hate means. Abhor means to do some physical damage in terms of revenge or dislike, something like that. You can check it out. Right? And it tells me don't do that. And I'm not doing anything to you, but just telling you that you're the devil. That's not hate. I'm telling you out of love who you are, Jody. You the devil, Mrs. Jody the devil, Joey Deanna, she's the devil, little Joey, the kid, that's they're the devil, Joey daddy is the devil, Joey mommy is the devil. You're all the devil.
Right.
And the Lord said not to hate you, meaning don't do any harmful things to you.
Right.
And I'm not harming you, Jody. I'm just telling you who the hell you are. You the devil. All right. Good to go?
Okay.
All right, no sweat. Boom. Give me Revelations 18:4.
It's like, sir, were you finished breaking down Matthew 24:6?
Okay, give me Matthew 24:6 again. I don't forget where he was at.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. For ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Right, you hear of wars and rumors of wars. Right, all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. This is prophecy that's going on. Zelensky begging, Russia, Ukraine, China, North Korea, Pakistan and India. All that is what's supposed to happen. Right. This is wars and rumors of wars. These things must happen, but the end is not yet. There's more to come. There's more that's coming. And you should now obey the Lord and come and find the men of the Lord and learn what to do in these troubling times, because there's going to be extremely troubling times that's coming. Right. Extremely troubling times that's coming, brother. This week in D.C., they announced that Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin offered the owner of Wizards and the Capitals, which is the hockey team, $1 billion deal to leave D.C. and come and have all the games in Alexandria. Them niggas right now penning the deal. So downtown Gallery Place, Chinatown is going. They better listen. I'm glad the Wizards leave because they're going back to the Bullets. Yeah. And just a side note for all you equal opportunity people, they didn't take the Mystics. You always want equal pay and to be treated right? Go talk to Governor Youngkin. Right. They took the Wizards, they didn't take the Mystics. I wonder why. Right. And that's the only thing that's going to be in the Verizon Center now is the Mystics and college basketball, Georgetown and American U, and that March Madness is your new, go-to. Right. And if I.S.U.P.K come with the big three, these industries is leaving, and he's putting them in these white areas. It's going to be a bad, bad time. It's going to be a horrible time coming forward, and it's going to get even worse. It's going to get progressively worse. And another thing, today they had some meeting of lawmakers, closed door meeting, not involving the mayor, because of all the damn crime and gun violence going on. These things must happen. The end is not yet. It's coming. But it's not yet. It's going to get worse. See that ye are not troubled, because these things could start troubling you. You could start avoiding the news. I think all people have been avoiding the news since Trayvon Martin. I think after Trayvon Martin or Tamir Rice, people didn't want to hear about it no more. Let's not talk about that. Stop showing it. Stop doing this. Right around that time, you started hearing the whole talk about why every Black History Month it got to be slavery, and let's forget about the slaves. We are much more than the slaves. When I hear somebody say that, I know you're troubled. I know the whole thing bothers you and you're troubled. Imagine a Jewish man saying, I don't want to hear about Auschwitz no more.
Right.
I don't want to hear about the Holocaust. We are much more than, Holocaust survivors. That would never happen.
Nah.
They say we must never forget. It's not my fault. You try to wash yourself off of being a filthy slave so much that, slave movies offend you. And our history offends you because now it puts you in a place where you have to face your oppressor. And either you're going to make him answer or you're going to just go back and serve him. You are troubled by this thing. You are troubled by what's being said. You are troubled by what's being displayed. And these prophecies coming to pass is going to trouble so many people. It's going to trouble you. Right? I hope the brother understands that. That was his question, Bukwash? All right, so where we are?
Salakia, sir. Sorry for the interruption. Shalom, YAHANNA.
YAHANNA. You have a question up?
Can one cancel?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir. I didn't think I quite get that. Salakia.
I was asking, you had a question?
No, la sir.
Okay.
All
right, no, so YAHANNA. All right, go ahead.
I seen an article too. I read yesterday about another business that's been in DC on the 8th Street corridor is leaving, and they said it's the decline because of the crime. And so, like you said, it's definitely happening all over, but specifically, and just because we here in DC, they said that it's a 28 increase in crime. And it's the worst it's been in nearly 2 decades.
Yeah, this is a 60 or almost a 16-year high. That's the last time they saw these type of numbers was 16 years ago. And once again, it's the way of the world. The way of the world right now is famine and war and destruction and plagues.
Right.
That's the way, that's the future right now. That's really what it is. And you're gonna hear more and more about it, and there's no way to avoid it. There's no way to avoid it. These things must come to pass.
Right.
That's it. And that's what he's saying in Matthew 24:6. All right. Who was asking this again? Albany?
Buffalo, sir.
Buffalo. I hope that answers your question, Buffalo. All right. Just chime in if you could. Where we at now?
So, do you want to hear any more from Jody?
Okay. He came back with something? Come on.
He says, abhor means to regard with disgust and hatred, but you teach to hate whites.
You sure that's what abhor means? You sure, Jody? Huh, Jody? A devil named Jody. Look at that. Go ahead. You have something for me, Al?
So I had it ready just in case.
Yeah, I know it was coming.
Sir.
Go ahead, Al.
The Hebrew word is ta'ab.
Right? So, Jody, right? I know you want that. Why you want acceptance from us so bad? That's what I want to know. Like, why is it important to you that we have love and favor for you, Jody? Why is it so important? Right? I don't understand what it is you're saying. Aren't I free to teach? If I prefer Pepsi, can't I talk shit about Coke?
Right.
If I prefer Coke, can I talk shit about? If I like Colgate, can't I talk shit about Aquafresh? You all remember Aquafresh, the Rainbow Dam toothpaste? It used to taste like candy. Like, what's the issue? Why do I have to love you?
Right.
It's crazy. Give me abhor. Go ahead.
To abhor, to be abominable.
Say it again.
To be abominable.
To abhor is to be abominable. To be abominable in the Hebrew word is what?
Ta'ib.
To be abominable. And Jody, your people are abominable. Absolutely abominable. Did you all know Putin just last week or 2 weeks ago? Could be 2 weeks ago. He announced he's running for re-election. Right? Putin announced he's running for re-election, which would make him the longest standing president or Russian leader in history. So it's an election, which means he has a opposition, right?
Right.
Just Google for me where Putin's opposition is at right now. What's his name? not Vladimir, Alexei something. Putin's opposition leader or challenging for the throne, Alexei
Navalny?
Something like that. just say where he is.
Missing from a Russian jail.
He gone.
That nigga about 79 years old. Putin put him in jail about 2 months ago for speaking anti-Putin, anti-Russian shit, which is bullshit. And as soon as he announced he running for president again, this nigga disappeared from the jail. His handlers don't know where the hell he is. They can't get in contact with him. That's your people, Jody. He in jail, and how you get lost in jail? But leave the world behind, though. Right. I gotta be scared of a deer and a Tesla.
Right.
Netflix, y'all stupid as shit for this one. Whoever signed this movie to Netflix need to be fired. It's bullshit. Y'all could have showed the clothing drive. That shit more exciting than that damn movie. In 4 minutes is way more fire than that movie. Keep where we at now.
So it says to be abominable, to do abominably.
To do abominably. That's you, oppressor. That's you. And it's telling us to not be abominable to you, not to do abominably to you. Meaning what? Don't do the things you do to you. Don't do the things you do to you. So, Jody, what have you done to us? You put us in slavery. The Bible says, do not abhor the Edomite. You don't go now start do it to him. You hung us from trees. The Bible said, don't abhor him. I can't go do that to you. When Christ comes, though, that's a different story. He gonna put you in slavery.
Right.
Now, if Christ give me a slave, what do you want me to do? Refuse a gift from the king? The king give me a gift. Yeah, I mean, this is from the king and all.
Right, God.
I can't behave abominably to the king, Jody. You understand? We are not doing anything to harm you, Jody. We are not doing anything to bring physical harm to you. You just the devil, and you don't like being told you're the devil. Now, Jody, you don't have to stay in this class. I don't know what the hell you're trying to learn. You don't have to stay here. There's many, churches on every corner. You can go be a politician, Jody. Do what the hell you want. But one thing you're not going to come up in here and find is a place for you. There's no place for you in here. Right? These seats are limited. These seats are limited. In fact, they're all taken. Even the empty ones. They're filled with the souls and the spirits of the people your forefathers murdered.
Right.
They're filled with the souls and the spirit of the people your forefathers hung from trees and lit on fire and sold on auction blocks. That's who they're filled with. You the devil, Jody. Just, face up. Call the number in, Jody. Call in. Let me hear from you. Don't be a stranger.
Right.
Give me, all right, let's go with, we done with that, right? Any more abominable?
No, last one. That's it.
Okay. Give me Revelations, what did I call for? 18. Start at 1. 5:05:2020.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the whole of every
Hold on. This is John the Revelator, and he's looking and he's seeing an angel coming down with great power.
Right.
Coming with great power, with might, and lighted the earth with his glory. He come on the scene, and everything he was able to be seen, and everything was just bright, and everybody was able to see him. And he cried strong, mighty, yelling, Babylon is fallen, which is what that damn movie tried to depict. And people is amazed at what?
Right.
Horrible acting, a bad script. Nobody know what the hell the dare mean. Like, I dare you to leave?
Right.
I don't know what the hell the dare mean. Like, what these big old deer? I never see a deer with them antlers like that. I know that's an elk. The buck. Okay, but I don't even think the buck antlers go like. I think that's them elk. I don't know. That deer had some huge reindeer type antlers. They try to tell the biblical story and they told it horribly.
Right.
But this world is so gone into Christianity. They think this movie is a great movie and it's absolute trash. It's hot shit, brother. It's horrible. It's horrible. You late. You left the Bible behind. That's why Leave the World Behind is amazing to you. It's amazing to you. The Bible already said Babylon is fallen.
Right.
The Bible already said it's become the habitation of every foul beast and of every unclean bird. And it has become the habitation of what?
Of every foul spirit.
Uh-huh.
And the cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Hold on, the first one has become the habitation of what?
It's like a habitation of devils.
Of what?
Of devils.
Of what?
Of devils.
You hear that, Jody? Jody! Where's Jody boy? Jody, it says Babylon, which is America, has become the habitation of devils. You are the devil, Jody. Thus saith the Bible. You saying how we teach the white man is the devil. The Bible says you're the devil. You inhabit Babylon. You predominantly run this place. Go ahead.
And the hold of every foul spirit and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Mm-hmm.
For all nations.
And a home of every foul spirit and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. That's America.
Right.
It's the home of every foul spirit, brother. Every foul spirit. That's America. That's Babylon for you.
Right.
You see what P. Diddy they're accusing him of?
Yeah. Okay.
That nigga is, damn. The Cassie ain't got to write no book off. Just go get the court documents, brother.
Yeah.
Get the court documents, pour on some jars, and get some wine, brother. You're going to get a bestseller there right there. Yeah. She put all the details in the charging documents. The charging documents about this thicker. I ain't never seen court papers that big. That's usually 5, read through, see the bullshit. It's ridiculous. That's the home of a foul spirit, a foul beast. And Diddy is trying to be like who? Epstein. He's trying to be like Elvis Presley. He's trying to live like you, Jody. He's trying to live like the devils. They have some other devil in Canada. They just charge him with 40-something counts of second-degree murder because he called himself being a psychologist. And they say worldwide, he shipped 1,200 packages of poison to kids who go into him with suicidal thoughts. And those niggas say, well, listen, man, commit to something. And I'm trying to tell you, there's shit going on in the world that you don't even know about, but this goddamn movie making you scared of a Tesla.
Right.
I want one. I know the movie got you scared of the Tesla. Right. I want one. I'll tell you straight up. And here the shit is fast. 0 to 60 in a second. Back here. And shit don't make no noise. It's just going. I'll take one. You get scared of some movie if you want to.
Right.
You ain't scared of no pork. You ain't scared of no shrimp. You ain't scared of no weed you're putting in your damn lungs. Right. You ain't scared of no molly. You ain't scared of no fentanyl. You ain't scared of sending them kids out for Halloween. But leave the world behind, change your life. Right. Well, goddamn. We all need to just give up camp and go into Hollywood then. If that should change in your life. Keep reading.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of her fornications. Wine or the wine of her wrath? Which one is it?
It's wine of her fornication.
No, drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornications. Meaning what? Every nation has done partook of America's spirit, just like what we were doing in the beginning with the philosophies and the trees and the fruits of the trees. Just think of what America's philosophy is as wine. And what happens when you drink wine? You get tipsy. You start getting relaxed. You feel it. You damn near, if it's a good wine, as soon as they take it in their head, everything, you start to feel it going through. You just take a notch down. The sisters laughing because they know. They're going home to some of that Merlot and they're swirling that thing around and going to watch the soaps or whatever they're going to watch. Binge watch Power on that wine. It gets you relaxed and gets you nice and tipsy. And what you do? You go for more. You go for more. America's philosophy has wine, but it's the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Meaning what? You F with America. That's what that fornication means. That's how the Bible is a black man's book. It talks in that language. They in bed together. Yeah, he effing with him, or I don't really F with him. It's that. Right. They say, hey, you come in fornication with America, you're gonna feel that wrath, and you're gonna be drunk with the wine of that wrath. Right. You get the point? America is a very, very violent entity. Right. Extremely violent, and this is their violence. You remember there's an old sci-fi movie called A Come in Peace. Anybody remember it? I think it was Dolph Lundgren or one of them old Russian. Some alien come down with a shotgun. Don't ask him how he get a shotgun. At least I think it's a shotgun. And he just walking around saying, I come in peace. And when people say, oh, okay, he put it out and shoot you. Bang! And you just keep moving. I come in peace. I come in peace. He comes in peace. And there's a white man with blonde hair, right? He comes in peace. He comes in peace. He looks like a lamb, but he speaks as a dragon, right? He comes in peace, and he gives you the wine of the wrath of his fornication. This is who's bombing Gaza. This is who's bombing Ukraine. This is who's bombing Afghanistan. And because he's bombing Gaza, everybody gets to side with him because, of course, Hamas is just the worst thing ever, right? I ain't saying they're good either. Don't nobody get it twisted. I'm not saying that. But listen, if Zelensky is talking about getting money from the U.S. government to the tunes of hundreds of millions or millions of dollars, and then now you cutting off people here, you don't have money to feed the migrants, you drunk with the wine of America. If that's the biggest problem in the earth, you're drunk with the wine of America, and it's because you follow this image right here. You follow it. All right? Read it again.
Revelations 18:3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. You understand? The kings of the earth have all laid in bed with America.
Right.
Have all laid down with this whore and had sex with this whore, and now become seduced and controlled by this whore.
Right.
Right? Go ahead.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
And the merchants of the earth, what happened to them?
Are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
What does that mean? I'm listening.
So is it saying that the other nations are getting rich following what America's doing?
Not following.
Partaking?
By submitting to America. Read it again.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
The merchants, remember, the merchants of the earth, the kings of the earth having sex with America, they're effing, they're fornicating with America. The merchants of the earth, where are the merchants of the earth? They're under the kings.
Right.
The different kings of the earth, wherever those kings rule, there's merchants, there's commerce going on. The merchants of the earth, read it,
are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
The merchants of the earth are getting wealthy through the abundance of America's delicacies. What is America's delicacy? Let me ask Jody. Is Jody still on? Joe Devil. That's what the D is for. Joe the devil. What is America's delicacies? Anybody know? Go ahead.
The children of Israel.
That's it. That's it. We are absolutely delicious to America. And you could have us, what's this? Well done, medium, or rare. Is it rare? Or raw? Whichever one. Hell. Y'all know I don't know nothing about that shit. Put that hot dog on the grill. That's all I care about. Put that hot dog on the grill. Put that patty on the grill. Tell me, medium, rare, nothing. It's beef done. It's done. Good. Me salt and the pepper. I'm go straight to the work on that shit. We are the delicacies of this place. We are the delicacies. Now, somebody might say, well, no, America's delicacies is the pastime, the baseball, the basketball, the this, the that, the music. And who's at the root of it? Who is under every empire holding it up with broken backs and bloody backs and sweat and tears and the bones of the children all over? Us. Right. Us. Which is why, again, they're worried about moving the damn Washington Wizards and the Capitals out of D.C. Because there's like, well, damn, where's all these black kids going to look up to now? They could look at the basketball team and see themselves, what's going to happen with them. They're scared now because now the delicacy, they want to know what's going to happen to the delicacies. What's going to happen to how they enjoy us. They enjoy us like you would use a sock, or you would use slippers, or you would use something just, whatever. You ever see a cat play with a mouse or a lizard? They don't really kill it. They just sit there and smack the shit till, whatever happens, until they get tired. Right. Until they get fully tired of it. We the delicacies of America. We that rare thing. There's a song called what? Strange Fruit. Yeah. Strange Fruit, right? Yeah. Right? There's a song called Strange Fruit. Right? Why? Why is it called Strange Fruit? Because we the delicacies. A strange fruit is a delicacy. Right? You get a fruit from some place, some called dragon fruit. I found out about dragon fruit this year. Dragon fruit. I ain't never seen that shit before. That's the kind of red one with the white inside and the little brother. Dragon fruit? Well, damn. I heard about the pomegranate. I had the pomegranate is fire. I think we need to get rid of them seeds though, but that's a different conversation. But that dragon fruit, I'm like, well, damn. I didn't never ever saw that before. It's a delicacy. It's strange. Is it native to America? Where's it from?
Actually, like Colombia.
It's a different place, but it's a delicacy. It's a strange fruit. We are the strange fruit. Right. And through the delicacies of America, these countries wax richer. Right. These countries are able to just get richer and richer. And America gets power by having us there. And they bomb whoever and take from whoever. And these countries just get rich and they just enjoy it. Right. They could come over here and, live a certain life that's they would never live in their own place. You get the point? Even in their own place, they would just never live. And it's because of us. Right. They're able to now sit on top of us and be in charge of us and move us out the way of the jobs that we would normally have, and they would be able to take it. The kings of the earth F with America, and their merchants wax rich, both in their land and here. They get to come over here because of the deals their kings make with America. And they get to come and get the 7-Elevens and the hotel industry and this, that, the other. They get to come and make this thing happen now. Right. And it's not, without any issues, without any problems. I ain't never heard a Ukrainian arguing on the TV about an immigration problem. I ain't never heard about it happening to none of them, Mark, because they get to come to America and get a ready-made everything. They got the houses out in Virginia, some single family homes. I'm like, what the hell is this shit? Right. Shit, you got to go and qualify for and pay $600,000, $700,000 for a house. These damn, what's the word for them? These Arabs come across with good credit, a job, What's the other thing? Healthcare. They get healthcare packages, brother, because their kings is effing with America. And they enjoying the delicacies. Right. They enjoying rights, civil rights, that we got bitten for. And we march for, and we get stoned and lynched, and Medgar Evers died in his damn carport, his garage. I remember seeing that movie. I think I was in Trinidad when I saw that shit. I remember seeing it, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell that cat got to be like. Right. Where you know people trying to kill you, and you going still and nothing happening. And you pull up in your house, brother, and some devil is across the street in the cut with a rifle, right, and blow you away, and your wife and children hear you pull up and blow you away right there as soon as you step out your car, in your garage. Right. And then go to court, and it's like, I shot him, so what? Or whatever he said. He was bold about it, but I don't think he do no time behind it. Right? He didn't do no time behind that shit, and that devil shot him out. But then Jody will come and say, don't abhor either, man. Right. Why he didn't not abhor Medgar Evers? Right. That's what happened in here. Keep reading.
Verse 5. It's like verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities.
Right. And I heard another voice, read it again.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin.
Right. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. Come out of her, my people. So you don't be partakers of her sins. We're supposed to come out of America. We're supposed to leave America behind. Not rely on a movie. This is written 2,000 years ago, at least. Right. It says, come out of her. Leave America behind. You see some movie and somehow it's deep. It blows you away because you don't read the Bible. Yep. And you don't listen to black men who read the Bible. We've been telling you, leave America behind. It said, leave the world behind. Which world? Which world? It's telling you in the movie which world. The cell phones and the Teslas. And somewhere, they're in America, right? Yeah, right? They're in America, and they rent an Airbnb, and then the black families show up, which is, it's supposed to be symbolic. The black people really own the house, and the white people don't want to get them out. It's supposed to be so deep and symbolic. Nigga, I got camps better than that movie. Yeah. I'm telling you, straight up, spitting fire camps better than that movie. I'm so mad at that shit, dog. I should sue Netflix for being so goddamn disrespectful. Dare you try to run some game on the priest of the Lord, man. Right. God damn it, man. Shit. Brother, I struggled, dog. I couldn't finish it. I couldn't finish the shit. It's Salakia. You might say, well, it don't qualify me to comment. That's your business. Go waste your 2 hours of your life if you want to. Go ahead, did
you stop at the deer? That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, I ain't even okay. I don't think it's the deer. I think the deer make an early appearance. Let me tell you when I stopped, right? Just around the part where the white broad is trying to have sex with the black dude. After that, the shit just become ambient noise. I start thinking about the camp. I start thinking about what to do tomorrow. I'm looking, but my brain is just gone. From the time I see that, I'm like, okay, we probably about 35, 40 minutes in. I ain't sold. I ain't sold. I'm gonna tell you a better movie you should go watch. There's one called I.S.U.P.K. Nationwide. Right. You wanna go watch something now. That's where you need to go. Right. You get the point? Yeah, bear with me. I think I'm gonna mess this thing up here. Hold up. Read verse 4 again.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities.
Right, come out of her, my people. so that you don't partake of her plagues. What are the plagues of America? Anybody know? Come on.
COVID.
COVID was a pandemic, which means the world. I'll take that. I'll take that. What is it?
Death.
Yeah, give me some more with the death.
Things that lead to death, like drugs.
Like the drug epidemic. That's a plague of America, right? Last two weeks ago, Joe Biden was in what country negotiating? China. Y'all listen, y'all don't sleep on the news, and I know they're trying to dumb y'all down. Y'all remember 2 weeks ago, everybody was talking about the panda that flew on the FedEx plane back to China? Yep. Those animals in the zoos, in the national zoos, are political symbols, right? I believe China gave America the pandas. Those pandas are native to China. Japan gave America the cherry blossoms. And this is probably since the 70s or the 60s. Can't remember exactly when it started. Almost in the spirit of the ambassador, how they would exchange sons back in the day, and now it turned into actual office people. Those pandas were symbolic. And it was time they took the pandas back. And the same week they took the pandas back, they brought something called a sloth bear. A sloth bear to the zoo. And the sloth bear is native to where? You could look it up. Look up the sloth bear. India. Ooh. The sloth bear is native to India. Now America is trying to have political ties with India. For why? The population, cheap labor, strategic political and military points on that side of the earth. That's on the backside of Russia. The next week, Biden was in China negotiating with the leader. What was some of the terms of the negotiation? You might have to look it up. What were some of the terms of the negotiation? Or some of the points, or the agreeing points of the negotiation? You found it?
I think so, sir.
Go ahead.
I have an article here.
Come on with it.
Okay, this article is did Biden and China's Xi hit a reset? Not quite, but they did.
Why they say reset? Because there was a huge rift going on there. There was a super rift. Remember, last year, Pelosi went down there to Taiwan. China said, do not go to Taiwan, heifer. She said, man, land this plane. There was a rift. That's why they're saying, is there a reset? Maybe did they come back and have political agreements? They ain't friends, they ain't allies. They're still at war, but they could sit and talk. So they wonder if this is a reset. Because the panda went back last week, which is symbolic. The general public thinking it's just, animal going back home. That's not what the hell that is. So is it a reset? Not quite, but at least they're talking. Keep going.
But they did agree on a few things.
Come on.
President Biden and Chinese leader Xi Jinping shook hands, took a stroll through the garden and generally made nice on Wednesday when they met face to face for the first time in a year.
Mm-hmm.
After more than 4 hours of talks at a historic estate in the hills south of San Francisco, two leaders emerged with agreements to cooperate and keep talking. Biden even said he and Xi agreed that they should be able to pick up the phone and talk to one another whenever they want.
Them niggas had to go have a sit down to make a phone call.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you check it in every week on the hey, Shalom, so I'm ready for camp. Some. Yeah, this is going on, that's going on. These is two world leaders. They can't even make a phone call. And you telling me we ain't fit to run the earth? God damn. Go ahead, Ark.
G also praised the achievements of his meeting on Wednesday evening.
Mm-hmm.
In an address to U.S. business leaders in downtown San Francisco, the Chinese leader said there is plenty of room for our corporations, and we are fully able to help each other succeed and achieve win-win outcomes.
There's a lot of room for our corporations, which means for us to do business together.
Right.
Now, there's something Biden came back boasting about. Is it in the article? You found it? Okay. Fentanyl was in the number one country that exports fentanyl. China. Okay. Part of Biden's agreement was that Xi Jinping would devote more resources to their borders to stop the flow of fentanyl to the U.S. channels. That's how bad it is, Zach. They know it, but only when it suits them, they could stop it. And they only care about stopping fentanyl. Why? Because Becky taking it. Come out of her so you don't take part of her plagues. That drug addiction is a plague of America. It's an absolute plague. It's such a plague. These two niggas ain't talking a year, but they get together. Listen, man, stop that drug, so I'm coming over here. He ain't say stop making it. He ain't say if you don't shut this down, I'm gonna bomb China. He had to talk nice to that chinka because a billion of them. He had to talk nice. Gang. gang. It's a billion of them. He had to talk nice to him. Xi Jinping agreed that they're going to enforce more border patrols and inspect all the imports coming to America. That fentanyl getting ready to get cut off, which means what? More violence in the streets. It's because it's one avenue of income that's going to get cut off. And from that, you're going to get what? Fentanyl prices going up because now the supply is less. The demand is the same. The supply is less. So it's going to appear that the demand is going up, but it's just as less. So now this is going to be worth more, which means the price is going to go up, which means the dope fiends is going to be robbing. They're going to be breaking in your house, breaking in your cars, doing everything to get high. There's going to be more killing going on because that fentanyl shipment, if it do make it over, is valuable. And also what? A lot of people going to die because I'm going to paint rat poison blue or purple or whatever the hell fentanyl is and tell you this is fentanyl and give you fake drugs. If you withdrew from America when Commander John YAHANNA told you that, when the UPK told you that, you wouldn't, I don't care what fentanyl? What the hell are you talking about? I don't give a damn.
Right.
Who going to camp? It was Passover, Hanukkah. So what we talking about? When they're sticking razor blades in the kids' candy, do you care about that?
No.
I mean, it's unfortunate. I'm sorry your son's tongue is cut up. But that's not something that, presses me because we done left this world already. We done left America already. That's probably the only heavy thing in the damn show is the world they're talking about is Esau's world. Right. I ain't seen near shit there about Hispanics and black people in the whole show. There's nothing. Right. There's nothing. That lead actor, is he a brother? That Mercia Ali. He's a brother. Okay, no sweat. I look at him funny since that damn homo movie he acted. That homo movie. That homo movie he acted. I thought that's a Hamite movement right there, bro. That's straight Hamite movement. The way he did it. You get the point? Like you got to leave out of America. America is that world to leave behind. We've been telling you it. Now you want to listen to Netflix. You simple. You stupid. All right? That you be not partakers of her plagues. Keep reading verse 5.
Verse 5, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquity.
For her sins have reached unto heaven. This place has sins. The oppressors have sins. They have transgressions against the Lord that have reached unto heaven. Right. That now it reached up to the Lord. The Lord is taking note of this thing what's going on here now. Right. The Lord is doing it because this thing doesn't reach up to him, which means they're just like any system. There's checks and balances. There's, before something happens, it's going to cut off. You have in the oil industry, you have downhole pressure valves. Like if if the pressure build up down hole where they hit a gas pocket as they're drilling, or they fracking or pulling out that oil, the pressure build up, there's valves down hole that will automatically close. Which is why that what's the one that blew up there off the coast of Louisiana recently? The DP is the Deepwater Horizon. Okay. Remember, Deepwater Horizon had a big fire on that oil rig, which is why most people who ever work in the oil is like, what the hell is going on? There's valves to cut that shit off, which is why that's why they were saying something's wrong there. Either the maintenance was bad or somebody set that shit up. Remember, the whole Deepwater Horizon thing was a big deal because workers died. It was a huge issue. There's checks and balances all the way, and the Lord has it set up the same way. So now if this thing reach up to him, which means all the checks he put in place, this devil, you ain't listening to none of that. You don't care about none of that. He put gravity on the ground, you decide you want to go in space. You up there now, you setting foot on the moon. No problem, nigga. All right, I see it. The Bible say, when he lay his nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down. His sins has reached up to heaven. Sins reach up to heaven. They're going all along in Africa and the Philippines and say they're bringing peace and raping everybody. What the hell you think they're doing on the moon, huh? What do you think they're doing? You think they're looking for life? If they find life, it's getting molested. If they find life on the moon, they're putting a red ball in whatever life mouth and tying life up and having fun. Like what's it with Ving Rhames? With Pulp Fiction. It's gonna be Pulp Fiction on the dark side of the moon. You understand? His sins have reached up to heaven now. Did you know before, I forget what year, astronauts would just release the piss into space? The bathroom, the stool and piss. You could look it up. There's a certain year that starts, being more socially or whatever it is, and they have storage. But they would just release the shit into space. Meanwhile, I get a ticket for pissing on a tree. His sins have reached up to heaven now. Go ahead.
They used to do that with airplanes as well.
I know. I know. They just dump it, whatever. He don't care. What he done to black people is reached up to heaven. What he's done to Hispanic people has reached up to heaven. Them pictures of them kids in them cages, brother, on the border, that has reached up to heaven, brother. We did that food drive this weekend in New York. Hey, listen, get a UPK hand, man. Big up the General Thumb spearheaded that thing. General Q went up there. Captain R, Captain Nazaria, Captain Akkad, Naya Thack, all the brothers down here in DC, come all the sisters who donate all the clothes, brother. Listen, like I looked at the people out there, brother. They were shocked, scared, and felt something they never felt in their life, which was safe. Right. And it all happened at the same time. A car came marching down that thing, brother, and I guarantee you they saw hell coming. Right. They saw straight up like, what the hell is going on, bro? I guarantee, listen, some people left the table thinking, oh, shit. And then when they see the brothers start moving, they come on right back up, and they're looking, and then they're hearing Ash talking in Spanish, and Lahab breaking it down, and Yatazar breaking it down in the Creole, and a warrior, and they're going, brother, the whole operation, the Lord was there, brother. People was crying out there. Right. Crying out there, brother. The cop told Akkad that it was good that those brothers in the at that center saw black people doing this shit. He said it was good. It was good for the soul to see that. And this is Cup, sir. This is Cup. You don't understand how rare we are in the world, Doc. You don't understand how rare, which is why we go to tremendous lengths to protect the integrity in here. Right. We go to tremendous lengths to make the thing remain how the hell it is and never ever change, brother. Because what we do in here is absolutely monumental. It's foreign to the earth. It's an alien thing. It's an alien concept. Right. And you know why? Because we did not need a movie to tell us leave the world behind. We didn't need no movie. We heard black men saying it on the streets and we obeyed. Right. We heard black men saying it in class and we obeyed. Right. We read it in the Bible and we obeyed. You have some old homo actor and some old long-nosed devil, old washed-up ugly devil too. That's a woman from Pretty Woman, right? That bitch is ugly. She ain't pretty, God damn, a Pretty Woman, a whole movie named after this, bro. They're the ones that tell you leave the world behind, and using Teslas crashing and theirs showing up, and you can't get no phone service as crisis. Oh, crisis. This is, it's horrible. We can't understand this shit. Not black people getting killed for no reason. Not Hispanic children in the cages. That ain't a reason. Right. Not brothers in what prison was that? Is it in Mississippi?
Parchment.
Where's that?
In Mississippi.
Where they found the brother with maggots eating him in the cell?
Parchment.
Brother.
Oh,
brother in a cell covered in maggots. Right. And at one point he was alive. And they left him there and he died. Right. Being eaten by baby flies. Them fools ain't put that in the movie. Right. The movie Leave the World Behind is absolute shit. Gotcha. The prophets writing come out of her, my people, is solid gold. Right. You better leave out of America, man. With that, pass the class over to Priest and Officer Kazaka, man.
Security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi 3, 8 through 10. Means 10th in Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ishara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives, you give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. The upcoming Holy Convocation is Purim, the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. That's Thursday, February 22nd, and Friday, February 23rd, 2024. You can find this in Esther, chapter 9, verses 20 through 31. Also, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is April 20th, 2024, in Durham, North Carolina. The Passover fee is $200 for adults 17 and older. You understand? Get all your arrangements in order. Book your hotel rooms now. Pay your Passover fee first. Get all your arrangements in order. Remind Akim and Agwati to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K. events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, black shirts, black pants, black headband or scarf. And with that, I say I-Majum, which means to stand. We're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Shabbat, I-Majum, Barak,
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yayi Matah, Sar, which means to turn, sister stand. Men of Israel going to give sisters one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Shabbat, I-Majum, Barak, Yahweh Shema.
Shem Yahushua.
Yahweh Shema done by Shem Yahushua.
Yayi Matah, class dismissed.
Seriously, you're looking for a Christ man, one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord, to do his will. I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play, cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on Congo.
I don't like no soldiers. For the Spirit of the Lord, we don't like no soldiers.
Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate y'all as the same. Hate Christ in their image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love. Scriptures say hate African soft niggas. They know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell, toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We live in bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shot. On my life, I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under YAHANNA, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from YAHANNA. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game. Put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose.
Aquí somos la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Hoy estamos aquí. Lord Commandant General YAHANNA, I.S.U.P.K.
This is what Commander General YAHANNA. This is what he did.
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
That's right.